So we're going to go over file paths today. And what a file path is telling the browser or the code or the computer where a certain file, folder, or image is so it can locate it. And especially in your coding project, why you'll need to have everything in a certain folder to create your project is that it'll make it easier for you and for your code to find the files, images that you need. And so I've created 4 folders here, and I've added all the icons into this icons folder, and then the images that I use for the gallery here, and so on. So now I have it a little bit more organized, so it's easily to navigate my project folder. And so if I open the project right now in the browser, you're going to see something different, and that is because it cannot locate the icons anymore. And the reason behind that is because they are no longer in this folder here. So the way a file path is that as soon as you put in the code for that image, if you go over to the code, look at the code here, and you see we have for the image here, battery saver.png, it's going to look into the project folder here in this area where the file is. It's not going to find it, so it's not going to render it. And how to tell it that the icons are in this folder, so if we go over to the code here, we can say icons for the folder / battery saver.png, and that's how you create a file path. Pretty simple. You'll learn a lot more about it if you don't already. If you learn about command line or Linux or Git, and that's for a further tutorial. And so if you go here and paste in icons dash for every single image you have in this project, it'll help render all these icons. So, and then we're going to talk about 3 more little tricks that you can do to finish up your project so it looks exactly how we wanted to make it. So go down here, and the last one I think is here, and that's it. Save that, and now if we go over to the browser and we refresh, we can see it's back to normal again. And that's what a file path is. That's how important it is to tell the browser where to find those images. So what we're going to look at are 3 different things we can add here. First, we're going to add a title to go on the browser tab. So we can add a title element here in the head, and I talked about all the elements that go in the head in the first tutorial in this tutorial series. And what we can do so we can say phone portfolio. Save that. And then we want to add a link for a image for the tab. I'll show you that in a second. So we want to say rail, and it's going to be icon, so equal, and it's going to be icon. It's going to be type is equal to image / x icon, and then href is referring to where you're going to find the image that you want to render, and it's so first we're going to say icons. I want to correct the file path there, and then it's going to be phone.png. And I didn't add this phone.png to the icons that I shared in the description, but you can use image of whichever image that you like. So we can save that, and this is the first trick we're gonna go over. We can go over here and refresh, and you can see that I have that icon right here, and then the title as phone portfolio. Second trick is that we're gonna make the background light blue, and this is a style that you can use using HTML, but usually you use CSS. It's a lot easier, and that's for another tutorial. But for here, it's just BG for background color equals, and it's just another attribute that is no longer used in HTML, but you can still use it since we're only using HTML. Say light blue, save, come back over here, refresh, and your background is light blue now. And so the last trick we're going to look at is how to create some space here. You might want to add a little spacing so it looks more like the project that we had in the first place. So if we go down to where it is, right in between here, before the links, so we can say we're going to create a table, and then a table row, and then just add one table data. Alright, do the proper spacing here, and then what we want to do is just add a height to the table data. The height, we can say want it to be 100. Save that, and we go over to the browser again, and there you go. You got some spacing. You can go ahead and add some spacing down here if you want as well, and wherever you want in the project. The other thing is, if you want to add some spacing in between, you can just use a width instead of height here. And this is something you can just copy and paste wherever you want some space. And pretty much once you're done adding the icons, folders, and these folders to the rest of the pages, that should be it for this project. And I will be sharing the code in the description below, so you can go take a look at the final code and compare it to yours. And pretty much we've learned everything that we need to know about HTML to start learning the rest, like CSS and JavaScript, and keep building our knowledge in programming. Other than that, I'll see you in the next tutorial. So long.